For this week, I'd say my personal win would be starting a personal project that I've been thinking about for a while. I I set it up very well, and I'd say things are going very, very well. That's, I think, my biggest win. I was inspired by um, Mike. Uh, he inspired me to also start my own personal project. So, yeah, that's my personal win for this week. Let me nominate Mike. Yeah.
Hi everyone. Okay, so my personal win of this week is, of course, releasing Bactera. For those of you who don't know, Bactera is a dating app. So it's live on Play Store. You can check it out. Yeah, that's my win. I'll, I'll nominate.
What happens, Pastor? You want to mention me? I told you I'm going to. Okay. Hi. I did not expect this. That's a lie. Um, my personal win for this week is that I pushed to production for the first time since I joined. So I'm very excited. It didn't break. So yeah, I'm very happy. I would nominate Michael Senkau. That's a very interesting name. Yeah, I'll nominate Michael. It's fine, Michael. Share it. We'll understand. Or you can just type. It's okay. But you must share your. If Michael can't, maybe Kidus. Yeah, Kidus the fairy.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon, I believe. I hope everybody had a good day. I am one of the remote heads for those of you that are in Rwanda. And my personal win this week would be that I finally managed to become a specialist on Codeforce, something I've been looking forward to for the past couple of weeks. That's pretty much it. So let me nominate Alkidan.
Oh, okay. Alkiran can't share his personal wins. He's streaming, so maybe another person.
Okay, give me a second. Ashanafi? I think he just joined actually.
Okay. Ashanafi.
Okay, thank you, guys. Can you hear me? For this week, my wins. Yeah, I just started a new course on TypeScript. I think it was a good wins for me on my side. Maybe let's nominate Emery.
Thank you, Ashe. My personal wins for the week. First off, it was my mom's birthday yesterday, and my brother brought a cake, and my niece and my mom they shared the cake. It was really nice to be part of this while I was at home. What else? So we have eliminated Juventus. The second game was tougher than we anticipated. There is no easy game. There is no dull moment in Champions League at this level. But we have proceeded and we are going to play against Liverpool in the next round of 60. The stitches on my left knee, they are taken. So there will be less pain and everything is going well. Today there was a doctor's checkup and he said everything looks good. By next week, I will be allowed to bend my knee up to 60 degrees. At the moment, the limit is 30 degrees. But moving forward, every week, it will be increased by 30 degrees. Therefore, soon after, I will be able to bend my knee totally, which is good news. On the personal end, that's pretty much it, team. Let me nominate someone. Let's see, I would love to nominate Beza. Beza, did you already give your personal wins?
Beza, can you hear us?
Okay, I guess she dropped from the call. Maybe she's having a connection trouble. Let me choose another candidate. How about Abenet? Abenet Tiziano. Abenet, can you hear us?
Okay, yeah,
The
I'm
stage
audible,
is
right?
yours. Yes, and if
Okay,
you are in a convenient position, turn on your camera too. So, team,
sure,
like
sure.
whoever is speaking, if you turn on your camera, it is gonna help us to put a face on your name. Yes, Abenet, you are a handsome guy. Don't
Okay,
hide
yeah,
behind the curtains.
okay, okay. Thank you, Emery. So my personal win for this week, I'm not sure if it is my personal actually, but actually, first I am one of the heads from remote education, and my team got secured the second place. So yeah, I believe that's the only win I have this week. So yeah, let me nominate Alikitan.
Okay, Avanet. I think Alkidan can't share his personal wins because he's streaming. So nominate another person, please.
Okay. Dawit Getachew.
David Getachew. David, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, please share your personal wins.
Okay. From my side, I was that first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm David Getachew from ASTU, Ethiopia, Adama Science and Technology University. So my weekly update was I was working on the Hakim app front end. So most of my time was passed within class, and also uh, uh, I was working on other freelance jobs, and also uh, 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 this was my update. It's enough. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, David, and everyone who shared us their personal wins. Let's go to the next part of our meeting, which is organizational updates, and Imre will be presenting it.
Thank you very much, Nardos. It was a productive week on the organizational end. Now that I have less pay, more bandwidth, I was able to put in hours to make progress as I was looking for. On the project reviews, and we had a great review sessions, 2 review sessions with Team Akil. And we have identified some areas where we can actually improve our product. It's already a very good one. I am very happy to be an active user of Akil on the hiring end. As you know, here and there we have different positions to fill, some A2SV positions and some escalate positions, and Akil is helping a lot. And as always, good can always be better, and we are looking ways to improve. We have actually identified some great points, and I really hope those points to be implemented by the team in the near future, so that the product is going to be more helpful to both organizations as well as opportunity seekers. And on the grant applications end, this week we have listed about 50 grants that we believe A2SV is eligible. We made some collaboration with Gen AI models. So the list is looking good. I hope we are going to learn from Dr. Andre more, maybe not this week if he's not around, but next week. So he is currently verifying them. And we also got one good news, which I'm going to share in the plans. Next, the UNDP proposal. So I want to send my special thank you note to Biruko Melissa. Indeed, we were running against the clock. So team life is interesting. The head of UNDP in Rwanda is assigned to go to Ethiopia for the next 3 to 4 years. And the person is leaving town today. So this information has arrived to us a bit late. And still, we did our best. And also, I want to thank to Benis as well. She helped getting these printed after business hours yesterday. And the good news is we were able to make a successful submission with a very nice proposal for UNDP. So UNDP is United Nations Development Program, and we are doing some great things for humanity. And they are also to empower youth in our continent. So there are many areas for collaboration. I really hope this hard work is going to come back as fruition in the future. But I am very happy that we were able to submit this proposal before the person flies to Addis Ababa today. Next, we had calls with our third batch. So now our Escalate AI training engineer count has reached to 54. And Mohammed definitely deserves a round of applause. If he's there, I don't know, but I'll be sending it from here. So he has been working very in a very dedicated manner day and night to hit some deadlines. And we were able to submit our third batch successfully on Wednesday. And we also had our finalization calls with the candidates. Everything went well. Smile. Yes. Next up, we actually were able to get the Escalate business license finally. And this actually enabled us to get our incorporation in Rwanda. We had the temporary license, and in 3 to 5 business days, we are going to get the permanent license. And early next week, we will be able to make application for Escalate Rwanda, incorporation application for Escalate Rwanda next week. Next, it has been some time since I didn't give a lesson, and there was an excellent opportunity. Thanks to Abdi, who is also doing very good job at University of Rwanda, one-man team. I was able to deliver 7 steps of highly effective problem-solving lecture. And team, if you haven't used it before, Lovable is doing an excellent job in presentation creation. My current presentation creation workflow is work with ChatGPT to generate the textual content. So what needs to be written in the presentation, and then take it to Lovable, give some visual instructions, and get the presentation generated. So for everybody to play with, I can actually drop this here, a2sv.lovable.app. Indeed, if you go to this URL, you can see a 2-shot presentation team. So I've given the textual content from A2SV, and I made only one visual update with one prompt. So this presentation has been created with 1 shot. So I dropped it in the chat window. Nardos, would it be okay if I just show it by sharing my screen? Does it cause any issues with the broadcasting? Hello. Am I audible, team?
Yeah, yes, you are. Please share it. It's okay.
Okay, perfect. So let me share my screen so we can take a look at it together. So this is already launched, team, and with one click, actually, you can launch and share with other people. So look at this. This is a 9-page presentation. I'm not going to go into details, but I want you to evaluate in terms of the visual quality. When I showed this to our UI UX design squad head, Biruk Melissa, he was super impressed. Even the company logos, the university logos, even the project logos, team. And if we spend more time, I'm sure we will be able to generate something better. But the AI tools are super impressive. So now that I shared my screen, let me show another super impressive AI tool. So I started playing with Cloud Code. So Cloud is the AI model that is a large language model that is developed by Anthropic. So the head of, one of the research VPs from OpenAI decided to start a company years before, and he started Anthropic. So what we did, like we were having some issues evaluating the codes, offline assessment submissions of some candidates for one of the Escalate positions. And like through agentic AI, Cloud Code was able to read Google Docs. So we keep the assessment was written here. So I have provided this link. And we also had the repositories listed in the submission forms responses spreadsheets. So I have given these two. And then I have asked Cloud Code to evaluate these candidates. So it tried different ways to get the documents first. It was able to fetch them because they were publicly available. And then it has checked out all the GitHub repositories because you provided a folder. Like I highly recommend all the programmers to give it a try. So you just install it. It's a CLI tool. It can work as a CLI tool. You give it a repository. You give it some permissions. And it was able to check out all the repositories. It has given the task to the sub-agents and then compile all the data and then has given us the scores out of 100 and the justification. What is good about that submission, what is not good. not so good about that submission and give us the full list of evaluations. So I also wanted to get the list for easy copy to our sheets. It is doing excellent job. So let's ask. I am currently demonstrating you to A2SV. A2SV means what great things you can do for developers. Code review and evaluation, data document analysis, full stack development. Yeah, I have also seen that. Like it was able to deploy, maybe not deploy, but create some websites easily as well. Do I have any examples of it? Maybe not at the moment. Yeah, like it is extremely capable team. It works in the terminal. It can touch to the code directly. So I highly recommend everybody. And installation is very simple. You can go to Anthropic's website. If you are on Windows, if you are on Mac, if you are on Linux, you have different distributions. You got to download the appropriate one for your computer, do the install, give the credentials. Super helpful tool. I highly recommend to all programmers. I think this much of a tour is enough, and we can go back to our plan. Yes. So for the wins, after the lecture, we have actually given our first invoice for the AI training. Indeed, this is the opportunity that I really believe that is going to help us get financial sustainability for A2SV operations. So continue doing the great work, team. Hopefully in 2 months, we are going to be in a lot better financial state. And we will also announce some exciting new programs for our great dedicated employees. When it comes to plans for the next week, we will get Adot and Dime incorporated in the US. This is going to open the path for incorporating them in Rwanda as well. So we will also get incorporation of Escalate in Rwanda because its business license is already ready. Adot and Dime will be ready next week. So a good grand news finally. With S&P Foundation, we proceeded to the final stage. And there will be a call that they are having with all the finalists next week. And please wish us luck, pray for us. Dr. Andre and I will be joining to this call on Tuesday. So we are going to be making a grant application for Dell Foundation next week. The next prioritized grant application is that one, and we will be doing it next week. So this week was a bit busier than usual. We had the Escalate calls, lecture, UNDP proposal, etc. Therefore, A2SV decks are pushed to next week to be finalized. Like it is 85% baked, but we want to finalize the visuals and everything for different audiences, hopefully. 2026 generation of A2SV decks are coming next week. And Radiant proposal, this is one of the largest insurance companies in Rwanda. Due to UNDP, we pushed it and it will be finalized early next week as well. It is more than 80% baked. Escalate second and third batch onboarding, like due to the client company's delays, we still couldn't make it yet. We hope to hear back, every day I'm checking with them, but this is going to happen very soon, either today or early next week. Last but not least, we are also hiring the fourth batch of AI training engineers under Escalate, and the interviews are going to take place next week. So these are the wins and plans from the organizational and team. Oh, actually, one news I want to give, maybe I will leave it to Dave. We will get finance updates, right? So the issue with the Ducascopy has been resolved. It was on Breck's end. They have accepted the issue and fixed it. So we are able to proceed with the salary payments with no trouble. We can hear more details from Dave. That's it from the organizational and team. Do you have any points or questions? If not, back to you, Nardos, to the HQ.
Okay. Thank you, Emre, for the organizational updates. When we move to the next update, it's the Rwanda education updates, and it will be presented by Abdu.
Guys, good afternoon. I'm going to present the Rwanda education updates, and let me start from the wins. For the wins, we prepare for the upcoming lectures, and we also had a contest on AUCA and UR last week. And for the AUCA, we also given or finalized the stacks, accuracy and monotonicity. And after that, we also covered recursion. For the UR, on the evening, RS lists and metrics also given. And there was also practice session and moonwalk. For the plans, we have to prepare for the next lectures for both AUCA and UR. And then for the AUCA, we'll have a practice session and moonwalk on the recursion because they finished it this morning. And on Wednesday, we will start 3-1. And on this week, on the weekend, we will have contest on AUCA and UR. And for the UR, our plan is to give a lecture on sorting part 1, and we will have practice session in the moonwalk because sorting part is the slide is very huge, so we don't have to cover another topic on the next week. Thank you. If you have any question, please feel free.
Okay. If there are no questions, we can move to the next one. Thank you, Abdu, for the updates. Next, we have fundraising updates, and I don't think Dr. Andre is here. Can you please go with us?
So maybe I can provide the updates for
I'm
this
here.
week. Are they update? Oh, Dr. Andre is here.
I'm here.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can continue.
Good morning, everyone. Our fundraising updates are, as Emre spoke about, we have been invited to become to be a finalist for a grant. So we are preparing for that next week. Next Tuesday, we'll have an interview, and then hopefully those things will go well. Usually it is a very, very select group that gets invited to the final round. And so we know at this point that we are one of the finalists. Another positive thing about when it comes to grants, we may not be the only finalist, but it doesn't mean that there's only one winner. Oftentimes they will award multiple grants. In fact, most of the time they will award multiple grants. So the fact that we are in a select group and then still have a chance to be among a group that each receives something is positive news. How much it will be, we don't know, but anything is actually positive at this point. Then if I jump down to the third bullet, I think Emre also spoke about the Dell Foundation will be the next grant. This is a very, very big deal. So as I said last week, we want to start putting more of our effort into large grants that take more time and take more preparation, but also can yield much, much higher grant awards. Going back to the second bullets, we're continuing to identify grants. This is a very, very important season when it comes to grant finding and grant applications and invitations, because by the time you get to the third quarter of the year, they have already, companies have already decided where all of their money is going to go. So they like to decide in the first, 3-4 months of the year who are going to be their finalists and their awardees. And that way, by the time the end of the year comes around, they've already given their charitable donations and things like that. So this is the most important time of year for grants. So we are going to take advantage of that. And then at the same time, we'll identify and outreach to high net worth donors. For meetings, we'll continue to do that. That process has already started. I also have an event that I'm continuing to look for networking events. There's an Ethiopian Houston group that meets in a few weeks. I'm going to go out there. I think there should be some prominent people there. So I'm going to represent A2SV here in Houston, take some of our flyers with our QR codes and things like that. So just trying to spread the word and continue to look for opportunities. The other thing about spring is it's very, there are a lot of different conferences and networking events that take place around this time of year before the summer starts. And then, we'll just put a pause on the last bullet, which is possibly having a webinar a little bit later, maybe in the next month or two. So we'll put a pin in that. We'll come back to it another time. Thank you. If there are any questions or if you have any suggestions or anything you want to say, please, you are welcome.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Andre. I don't see any questions. So we can move to the next one, which is human resource updates, and it will be presented by David.
Hello, everyone. This week, finally managed to obtain our international staff work permits. It was only for Joshua's parent left. We managed to obtain it. And this one I have to clarify. Last week, we managed to finalize the contract for in-person education as well as remote education. But Emre, when he revised the contract, there was some errors, so we have to update that. By next week, hopefully, we're gonna receive your contracts. And we start preparing the second as well as third batch contract for Escalates. And me and Benes start working, reaching out to hospitals to have a corporate agreement so that we can reach out to them when our staff got sick to get and receive treatment. For the next week, the plan is to update ground operation contract as well as escalate third and second batch and batch contracts, as well as reach out to another hospitals to sign corporate agreements. This is going to be the plan. One more thing I have to update is for employees who are in Rwanda or in headquarters. Starting from Monday, you are not allowed to give heads up and be absent from your workplace. You have to get approval from Clement as well as me. You have to get both approvals. After that, you can leave or can your heads up going to approve. Unless otherwise it's not approved, so it's going to count as absent. So make sure you get approval from me as well as Clement. And for team leads, make sure that is whether they give it to you or anyone. Make sure that it's not approved. So you have to know the new procedure. The other thing on Tuesday, like I said earlier, we will have visitation from BBC as well as Rwandan TV stations. So make sure that be ready and be professional. If you have any question or anything, you're welcome.
The question is simple. What if Clement isn't around, or say you're not around, you're running errands, maybe for the hospital agreement and stuff? How do we handle the issue?
So you can reach out to me via direct phone call, or you can reach out via Slack. Since Clement is here, you can reach out to him via Slack as well as phone call. He's going to be available, so make sure that reach out to us. Clement, you have anything to add on? Okay. Anyone?
So my question is, do we have to have approval from both of you, or just one of your approval is enough?
Maybe I would like to explain a little bit more why it's needed. So the why is, first of all, on the productivity end. So some people can have issues, yes, of course, and they will have to take care of them. So we are mature people, of course, we have to take care of whatever we're facing. And the other thing is about on productivity end. If we said you're going to deliver this thing at the end, so accounting for so many people, someone has to be responsible to know that even though this person is absent, we can still do it, right? So that's why when you say request for an approval, it's not in the sense of saying there's someone who's going to reject what you're saying, but it's just in the sense of making sure that what you left behind, someone has to be accountable of the productivity. So let's say, for example, if you're not around, I'll be able to appoint someone to do your work, or we can talk to the team leads to see how we can make sure that you can push to see, or we can even talk about it and be like, okay, so you had this to be done. Maybe since it's not maybe getting sick or whatever, let's see how we can push tomorrow to make sure that you can complete what you're supposed to be doing. But also, if we have an office which has maybe like 40 people and 20 people says they have, so there's also that accountability for a dev to be like, the office I have, how many people can be absent at the same time. So it is in that case of just, it's not that someone wants to be like, I'm going to say no or whatever. It's just for the accountability purposes. Right, thank you.
Any question? So, thank you.
Thank you, Dave. We can continue to the next part, which is finance updates, and it will be presented by Dave.
Hi everyone. So I'm going to present finance update for this week and plans for next week. So major updates for this week is we were experiencing some issues with breaks regarding with Dukascopy account holders, and we were able to like resolve the issue with Dukascopy, and we are planning to process those salaries today and early next week, and it will probably arrive to your account next week. Yes, and the next one is we are going to also process salaries for our new team members, especially from in-person heads of education and remote head of education squad. And also for those who has daily plans issues, yeah, we are currently processing salaries for those people as well. The next one is we continued working on ground operation expenses, like especially daily reports and plans. Yeah, that are updates for finance. And the next the plans for next week is we are going to continue reporting our daily expenses, and then the next one is we are going to, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to process salary, and we will try to finalize it by next week, if not by next week. The last one is like we're going to also process Ethiopia ground operation expenses. We will try to finalize it today, if not early next week. And that's all from finance updates. If there is anyone who has question, please welcome. If not, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dave, for the updates on finance. Next, we have marketing updates, and I will be presenting it. So before we go to the marketing updates, let's start with the posts of the week. There are 3 posts, and I want you all to go to the posts and engage both people who have joined us remotely and in person. I'll send the links on Slack general channel, so please go to the posts one by one and then engage with them. So the first one is A2SV, welcoming Oscar. So everyone, please, you know Oscar, so go in the comments and then write best wishes for him. So here's the link. All right. Guys. Yeah. So both people remotely as well. The links are on the general Slack channel. So for both A2SV, Akil and Dime, we've got the links, so please go and engage with them. So while you are on Akil, we have also another welcome post for Grace. So you might as well go and write your best wishes for Grace as well.
Nardos, where are the links? How are we going to be able to navigate to these posts?
They're on Slack general channel.
Okay, can we also edit for the chat window as well as to the YouTube comments just for the members who don't have access to Slack?
Sure. So for those of you who doesn't have Slack access, the links are on the chat window and on YouTube as well. Okay. So while you guys are engaging, we can proceed to the updates from the marketing end. So let's start with the wins and we'll go to the plans. To start with the wins for A2SV, we've had a welcome post for Oscar. We've also covered the G6 project phase projects, and we've also promoted the article that A2SV is featured in. For adult, we've educational cards and quiz, and for Escalate, we've had success story post, and for AfroChat, we had this entertaining post from different AI models. They came up with a joke, and that was the post. And for SkillBridge, we had a study hacks post, and for Akil, we had a platform testimony, a video, and then a welcome post for Grace. For Dime, we had a video posted. It's an interview with the project lead where he explains about Dime, who it's designed for, and everything about Dime. And for Rated, we are finalizing a carousel post that explains about Rated. When we see the plans for A2SV, we have a plan of doing a success story for Ahmed. And we have a G7 first education phase post, and we have a trending video coming up as well. When we go to Akio plans, we have job opportunities that we're going to promote. And for adults, we have educational carousel, and we're going to have a platform promotion video. And for Dine, we're going to cover FinTech number 3. Number 1 and number 2 has been posted in the previous weeks. For AfroChats, we have a new feature promotion and a new AI model promotion as well. For Rated, we'll be having quiz and a promotion video. For SkillBridge, we'll be preparing a video where the product manager and the tech lead who will be explaining about Skillbridge, and for Escalate to have Escalate milestone post and a job opportunity promotion. So this is for the marketing updates. I hope you all have engaged with the post. So we can continue to the next part of our meeting, which is Ethiopian education updates, and it will be presented by Bernawas.
Actually, I'm going to be presenting the Ethiopian education updates. And so for the Ethiopian education updates, we have this week's wins. And for G7, we gave 2 lectures this week, which are the 2-pointer and sliding window. And beside that, we all had different sessions like how to approach session for the students, and also since there are Ramadan students, our Muslim students, we had Ramadan compensation sessions for them separately. And for G6 second year education, we've been doing the priority development this week, and also they were trying to design logos for each project, and also continuing the 5th round of internal interviews. And this will be ongoing also on the next week. So for our next week plan, for G7, we planned lectures on prefix sampling list first and the second part. And also we will be also continuing our how to approach sessions and the Ramadan sessions also. So, and for G6 second year education, we will be selecting logos for each project based on the choices we have from the designs. And next is we will finish the 5th round of internal interviews and continue forward with them, and also continue developing the PRD document. So yeah, this is the updates for Ethiopian side. If you guys have any questions. If not.
Okay. Okay, thank you for the updates. Next, we have remote education updates, and this will be presented by Nahum.
Okay, thank you, Natas. All right, so on my end, I'll be presenting the wins and the plan for both G6 and G7 remote education. So let me get started with G6 remote education. We're currently going through our project phase. Specifically, we're working on our MVP projects. So yeah, we received feedbacks for the Figma design that were prepared for each team last week, and then this week we have been working to address those feedbacks and including them on the designs. So they will be finalized by tomorrow. We managed to go over the current updates that have been made on the designs. All the teams have made good progress. In addition to this, internal interviews have been conducted. Along with the project phase tasks. So when we come to G7 remote education, we had our first education kickoff. Was a really nice ceremony. So now G7 remote education students are officially A2SVians. So the next day, on Tuesday, we conducted our first lecture for the first education phase, sorting one lecture. In addition to that, because different students have different time requirements or session time requirements for Ramadan, they have been moved to 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. sessions to accommodate their different needs, and the students are currently attending the sessions accordingly. And our A2SV Chrome extension that is meant to help students submit problems directly from the coding platforms onto our Google Sheets and also push their code to GitHub. Has been live for a week now, starting from Monday. Yeah, and the students are using it. We haven't faced any issues so far. So yeah, that is a great news. Definitely helping the students save a good amount of time. And then a first round of one-on-ones have been started this week as well, and heads have been scheduling one-on-ones with their respective students, and they will be finalized by next week. And of course, the contest on G6 side, it was a live contest for G7 since they were on a break. They had a virtual contest, so those were conducted as well. This was for past Saturday. These are the wins on the G6 and G7 remote education side. When we come to the plans, we'll be finalizing the updates on the designs, and then we will be receiving a final review. So for G6, and then on G7 side, we'll be delivering a two pointers lecture, and then we will also be preparing for the A2SV wide contest. So the remote education is taking lead on this. So yeah, the contest squad have received the necessary contact they would need um, for in-person and Rwanda education, and will be collaborating in preparing this A2SV wide contest. And then for this week, we will be having our weekly contest for both G6 and G7 remote education. So those are the wins and the plans for both G6 and G7. If there are any questions, please feel free.
Nahom, when are we going to have our upcoming common contest? Maybe this can be also a good news and announcement for our students.
Yeah, so it's going to happen on next week's contest.
Perfect. Do you want to share more
Yeah.
about that? Like, what do we mean by a common contest? What is going to happen? Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so in the common contest, all students from all education squad, they're going to participate. So from Rwanda in person, and all the universities in those respective squads, they will be participating in the same contest. So yeah, that's why it's called an A2SV wide contest, and we'll get to see which squad is the strongest, essentially. And yeah, we're excited for it as well. If you guys have specific questions on it, I can answer as well. Okay. So that was it on my end. Thank you, everyone.
You know, for the updates on the remote education end. Next, we have the core dev updates, and the first core dev is rated, and the updates will be presented by Pascal.
Hi everyone, my name is Pascal and I'll be presenting the wins and plans for Rated. So for restaurants registration, we've been able to cross 120, a significant shift from previous announcements. And we're also able to implement page level currency handling on mobile and increase the test coverage on the mobile by 2% as well. So for the for the pitch deck, we're able to work on it over the week, and we're supposed to have a review session, but unfortunately, because of time and everything, we couldn't have it. But hopefully next week we should. And we were able to also increase test coverage on web by 6%, and hopefully we hit 10 next week. Yeah, my favorite win for the week. We deployed the latest version of the rated landing page, so please feel free to go and check our landing page and then sign up, join the waitlist, and also download the app. We're also able to accomplish implementation of the time estimation and multiple input feature on the restaurant onboarding on web. So for plans for next week, we plan to continue addressing the comments from the review session that was had on mobile. Also continue injecting more restaurants, and plan to also continue addressing more comments from the last review session on business web, and then re-implement the restaurant registration on the web as well. Another plan is to increase the test coverage on both web, mobile, and backend, and that's not supposed to be there. It's already updated. That was a mistake. It's not supposed to be there. Thank you. If you have any questions, please, you can ask. I'm feeling generous today. If not, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Pascal, for the updates on Rated. Next, we have AfroChat updates, and it will be presented by Strat.
Thank you, Nardos. Going to be presenting it's for AfroChat. So this week we addressed the review given by the App Store, and we are waiting for their approval to deploy it to deploy the app to App Store. And we have updated our privacy policy because of their review given by the App Store. And we also searched and integrated new local models from Hugging Face for the voice-to-voice feature. We increased the test coverage, integrated the image creating tool for the web, and we also integrated the latest AI models from Gemini and GPT. We started to group the LLM models by their family name on the mobile. We are also going to deploy on the web, and we started searching for tool that measures the speed of LLM responses so that we can optimize their speed. So for the next week, we are planning to publish a social media post, integrate the latest AI models from different providers, and we are going to group the related models under their model family name on the web. And we are going to integrate the voice endpoints. We will deploy the web and the app. And also we are going to configure a tool to measure and improve the speed of LLM response. So if you have questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, these are our wins and plans. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Bisrat, for the updates on AfroChat. Next, we have adult updates, and Mike will be presenting it.
Hi everyone, I'm going to present our wins and plan. So starting from wins, so we meet Dr. Josephine. He's the president of MWA, and Mr. Emery from RBC. We added automatic AI translation to art quiz, edit inside pages. We increased our test coverage across our platforms. So from mobile, we increased from 58 to 61, backend 69 to 71, web 62 to 63.3. We updated the ultrasound feature on the account setting to support adding the age of the fetus. We populated the emergency contact from mobile to our database on backend side. We added our social media links to chatbot replies. So we started the implementation for deep translation on the chatbot, but we didn't finalize this. We started updating the sign up user store as well. So on Win side, we are planning to meet Mr. Andrew. We are planning to incorporate adults in US. We are planning to prepare consistent medical content for social media posts. We will continue deep medical reviews. We'll continue the regular social media posts as well. We will update the pitch deck customization. We will plan to work on the test coverage as well. So if you guys have questions, you're welcome to ask. So please.
Okay. Thank you, Mike, for the updates on adult. Next, we have updates from Dime, and Muscala will be presenting it.
Hi everyone. For Dime this week, we have managed to fix some bugs. on send money flow, and also wrote unit tests mostly from web and backend side. And next up, we have also started researching Apple Pay and Google Pay for integration so that it's easier for people to add their card informations. And next up, we've also managed to integrate transaction description as a reference, so it's easier for senders to know why, to remember why they've made the transactions. And we've also, with the help of social media team, managed to shoot the video and also post it on our social media accounts. And the other next step, we finalized modularizing our payment providers, so it's easier to add and or later remove providers that we don't need. And also we have started, actually continued our research on Stripe payments. If things succeed, we will also plan to switch to Stripe. And when it comes to our plans for next week, we have a plan to have a meeting with Brooke or anyone who is accountable of design, so that we can get our landing page design reviewed and work on a new design if possible. And also we plan to work on our admin dashboard planning. So we'll prepare some wireframes with help with some AI designing platforms. And yeah, the research will be completed on the coming week regarding Apple Pay and Google Pay integration. And the other stuff is that we will continue test coverage, enhancing our test coverage across backend, web, and mobile. And we also plan to continue our start payment research and also start implementation. And we also will continue working on a FDI payment API integration. This is basically for Momo Push API. And yeah, we will have so we plan to have a review session for web app and mobile app this week, but we couldn't. So I think it's from our end. And also Emre had some busy weeks, I guess. I checked his calendar. So hopefully next week we can have a early next week we can have a session with Emirates so that we can see the current status of our product. Any questions? Anything?
Okay. Thank you, Muskana, for the updates on time. Next, we have Akil updates, and Yosef will be presenting it. Yosef.
Hello. It's me who's going to be presenting.
All right.
All right. So for this week wins, at Akil, we conducted a review meeting with Emre and set up action plans as this is for the product as a product team. We upgraded the Next.js version for our web application and converted components to server-side rendering. We implemented UI improvement across the organization list, organization details, opportunity list, and opportunity details on the web. And on the backend side, we also completed database cleanup, and this included repository cleanup, addressing infrastructure leakage, tidying up the cloud environment, and eliminating redundant deployments to improve efficiency. We're still finalizing the TEF 2026 entrepreneurship program, which will be completed by next week. On the general side, we posted and promoted new job opportunities, and finally on the web, we improved the job application model, removed current and previous professional skills and languages, required LinkedIn floating labels, and auto acknowledgement drive data privacy and consent based on the review with Emre. As for plans for next week, we plan to implement the organization representative management section with newly updated workflow and UI. This will allow us to have better representative control for both on IQ. We implement and simplify organization sign up and onboarding process. Some of the fields are going to be not required, and we try to simplify it so that everyone can easily sign up and organization can sign up quickly and efficiently. We set up GitHub project management and agile workflow tracking for IQ code base, finish up the implementation of the new job application portal on the mobile section, implement the applicant announcement feature to enable organization to notify applicants, and feature the import job opportunity form from other platforms using AI. And for the generals, we plan to post and promote new job opportunities and deploy its latest version on all platforms. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Brooke, for the updates on Akin. Next, we have Escalate updates, and Joshua will be presenting it.
From Escalate, we did some backend optimization. We also completed the batch 3 interview and also the client side implementation of both the web and the mobile. We were able to do that. And for the plans for next week, we plan on continuing with the client side implementation. And also we have another batch of interview, which is the batch for the hiring process. And also we plan on doing database optimization. And we want to thank every one of us that helped us during the batch 3 interview. And hopefully we'll contact you for batch 4 interview. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joshua, for the updates on Escalate. Next, we have updates from SkillBridge, and Abdul will be presenting it.
Yeah, thank you. How are you? Okay, for the updates, for the skill bridge, what we achieved this week, we deploy our skill bridge web portal, and we continue quality and control assurance, and we are still in progress in API endpoint integration of learning path for the website, and we achieved to migrate API client, the new API client for the mobile, and we started working on testing on mobile applications for authentication, learning path, and custom contests. So we reviewed implementation documentation of chatbot, examine social referral, and friends invites. So we are still in progress on working on staging deployment and migrating to the agile methodology, and we started working on setup on Kanban boards. So our plan next week is to continue endpoint integration of learning path of the web and endpoint deployment environment to skill bridge the domain instead of using the current domain that you are using, and testing the mobile application for authentication feature that is not completed, and continue to the learning path and custom contest. And then we plan for new mobile intern hire, and we plan for API integration, async for backend and even front end. Then we plan to fix staging environment deployment issue on GCP, and then we plan student web portal test user perspective, and then to deploy, we plan to deploy mobile app on Play Store and App Store. If there is another questions, maybe you can ask.
Okay, thank you, Abdul, for the updates on SkillBridge. Next, we have updates from PrepRo, and Salome will be presenting it. Salome?
Yes. Hey everyone. This is Salome from PrePro. So this week we were able to fix the errors identified in our reviews on last week, and we also revised the lesson creation process and created a new design, and we have sent it to our clients for their feedback. And also we were able to integrate more endpoints into our web designs on web implementation, and on the On the mobile side, we have also integrated the verification endpoints, provide centralized access for data validation, enhancing security and consistency. Next week, we plan to receive feedback from the clients and proceed with the lesson creation process. And we also plan to create a usable link from which our clients can test the product from. Then also we are going to proceed with the integrating process of the endpoints. And also we plan to welcome our new backend developer and complete their onboarding soon. So these are updates from PrePro. And guys, if you have any question, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Salome. If there are no questions, we can move to the next one, which is IMCI, and Afomia will be presenting it.
Okay, hello everyone. So for our team, this week wins include we have addressed the comments from the last week review, and we have revised the assessment fee and started working on the authentication integration, and we have updated the sign up and login implementation as well. So these are the wins and the plans for the coming week. We are going to finalize authentication integration, and we're going to test the child assessment tree. We have tested the young infant trees, and we will do the same for the child assessment also. And we are going to cross-check the classification results with the IMCI booklet and fix any issues related to the classification rule engine. So yeah, these are the wins and plans we have. And if you have any question, you can raise. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Afomia, for the updates on IMCI. Next, we have Hakim Hub updates, and the updates will be presented by Samuel.
Okay, my name is Samuel. I am presenting the wins and plans for the Hakima. Wins in this case, we completed the API integration for the admin page on the web platform. The admin panel is now fully connected to the backend and working with live data. And the second wins is doctor registration UI for web and mobile team is already finalized. And also the third win is admin backing completion. The team already warped up the admin backend implementation. And the last one is doctor registration integration. And also like the doctor registration is already integrated with web and mobile. This is the wins and the plans for our team is backend payment integration. The first one is, and also the second one is Google Meet integration with the backend. And also the last one is Afan Oromo localization. We start adding Afan Oromo localization to improve accessibility and better serve local users. So this is wins and plans for Hakim Hub. If you have any question, you can ask. If not, I am already finished. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Samuel, for the updates on Hakim Hub. Next, we have Bazaar updates, and it will be presented by Lata.
Okay, thank you. So I'll be presenting Bazaar updates. So we're working on creating MVP for Bazaar. We've made a few decisions, but it's not completed yet. And we are done with creating sessions for our backend. and we will also able to create store workflow, which we are going to be implemented next. Also, we are working on session security improvements. They are not fully done yet. Hopefully, we'll be completing next week. We're also working on product analytics UI design. We've made some progress on that as well. We also did seller verification and notification UI designs, and we have also added team selections on our products. So for the plan, we'll be finalizing the MVP today actually, and we'll also finalize the session endpoints, including the security improvements, and also we'll be implementing store use cases. We are done with implementation for the repository. We'll be continuing with implementation related to use case, and also we'll be adding I think this one is we'll be finalizing product analytics design that are almost done, and we will be working on review, edit, and delete featured UI designs as well, and also working on some fixes related to UI. Yes, that's my updates. If you guys have any questions, we are welcome.
Okay, yes, there are no questions. Thank you, Lata, for the updates on Bazaar. We've come to the conclusion remarks and the quote of the week part of our meeting, and it will be given by Dr. Andre.
Yes, everyone, thank you for joining again. Mark Twain was a very accomplished author of the 1800s. He wrote many books and pieces, literature pieces that go down in history, some very famous books, but he was also, in addition to an author, he was a speaker, and he spoke out on many different things. But he was considered an intellectual man of his time. And his quote, the quote for the day comes from him. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do. And I think this is pretty self-explanatory. What are we doing today to plan for the future? What are we taking advantage of? What action are we taking now that we will not have any regrets for in the future? So my encouragement to you today is when you see an opportunity, take it. If you have an idea, share it. If you have a thought, write it down or build upon it. But whatever you do, make sure that 10, 15, 20 years from now, you have no regrets about the things that you didn't do. So let us all take advantage of today, or as the saying goes, carpe diem, seize the day, so that we can look back and be proud of the things that we did, and we can leave a legacy for those that come after us. So that is my quote and encouragement to you for today. Be well and have a great weekend.
Thank you, Dr. Andre. Thank you, everyone who's joined the weekly wins remotely and in person. This is it for the weekly wins. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, team. See you.